Hey guys, so I apologize for the strange lighting. It's gloomy outside, and I have as many lights on as I can in the room that I'm in, but obviously, you still see shadows. Anyways, as you can tell by the title of this video, I wanted to kind of address a question that I've been asked by a couple of people that I have worked with in the past when I was working as a CNA, and I'm just going to get right into it. So, a couple of my former coworkers had asked me if I enjoy working in the special education setting better than working as a CNA, or did I ever see myself working in special education? And, you know, they just wanted to hear my thoughts on it, and so I decided to share it here as well. First of all, I never really thought that I would end up in the educational setting, period. Special education or general education, like, I never really thought that I would ever find myself here where I'm at currently, as far as career wise. I definitely could have seen myself like teaching some sort of health professions class, like whether that's teaching CNA skills or teaching phlebotomy or teaching some sort of health education class. Like I said, I definitely could have seen myself doing that like in the future, but I never saw myself like being a paraprofessional, working in special education. Kind of how I pivoted into this career path, like, is definitely strange to me. And just before I go any further, I am still a pre-med major. I'm still on the pre-med track, and I am currently almost to my second year as a pre-med. Sorry, I have hiccups. But, I obviously still have plans to work in healthcare in the future. It's just that right now, like, the first opportunity that was thrown in my path and that came my way was this special education paraprofessional job. I also have to say that I have truly enjoyed the first 2 weeks of school, because as of yesterday was the completion of our second week back at school with our students and everything else. Now, when the question comes up of whether I enjoy special education more than CNA work or being in the medical field, I don't really know that at this point. I can say that it is a totally different beast. It is something that, like, experience wise, is completely opposite from what I ever did as a CNA. Even working in the group home with young men who were autistic, even that was totally different. Like, being from a personal care perspective to more education focused, I think is definitely a huge change, and they're very opposite. Obviously, there are still tasks that I do throughout the day for my students that need it, that are personal care. For example, any students that are not potty trained, I do have to change them, or I do have to bring them to the bathroom and assist them as needed. I do not have anybody at this point that I have to assist with feeding. Mostly everybody does a good job as far as eating. The most I might have to do is open the package for them. But a lot of it is just working on communication and, bringing students to their classroom and monitoring their behavior, helping them with any tasks that they are either completely unable to do on their own or partially unable to do on their own, kind of getting them started on the right track, if that makes sense. So in a way, I think working as a CNA has helped prepare me for this position in special education, but like I said, they're very different. I definitely value all of the experience that I had as a CNA, and, all of the different interactions that I had with various people and various backgrounds. Definitely, I appreciate every single person that I came into contact with while working as a CNA. I still see myself, like I said, going on to medical school and bigger and better things when that time comes. But I also think that it would be okay if I chose to stay in the special education realm. Um, it can be very stressful. Both jobs, whether it's CNA or special education, can be very stressful. They definitely both have their moments. There were multiple times where we had to call behavior interventions during the first week of school. And so that is also something that is a little taxing. I find myself constantly worrying about every single one of my students. Like, I've had dreams of, trying to help my students and feeling like a failure when I couldn't. And these are like the same dreams that I had about residents, like trying to help them, trying to make them happy, making sure that they had a good day, trying to help them feel better, and ending up not being able to help them feel better or, feel good for the day, whatever the case may be. I used to have those same types of dreams about residents when I first started working as a CNA. So I think it's kind of interesting how, like, my perspective is very similar for the two career paths, but obviously, like I said, both career paths are very, very different at the same time. So I don't know. Like I said, I never would have really pictured myself. Once I became a CNA, I didn't picture myself doing anything other than healthcare. I still am very, very passionate about health and wellness and educating people on how to live healthier lives. Obviously, I am currently working on, improving my own health and working on, losing weight and things like that as well. So I just think that it's important to value wellness, but I also think it's very important to value education. And so, like, I can see the benefits of, assisting students, but also assisting residents and assisting the general public. And it's just kind of hard to choose one over the other because, like I said, I could see myself doing education for like CNA training. I could see myself teaching phlebotomy. I could see myself teaching health, like in high school, or middle school. I don't really know that I could do it with elementary because, I have seen over the last 2 weeks just how crazy elementary students can be. And I know that high school and middle school students aren't necessarily really much better, but I don't know. I think that they would have maybe a better grasp on the subject matter, if that makes sense. So anyways, I know I got a little bit like off topic and random there, but I hope that answered the question. So yeah, if you guys have any other questions that you would like to have me answer in a future video, please be sure to let me know. I'd be more than happy to get something filmed for you. And if you have any topics you'd like me to talk about in the future, please let me know that as well. And with that being said, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will talk to you guys next time.